So Sharon, we're here in Woodbridge in Arklow in County Wicklow. It's the home of the Irish Horse Welfare Trust. We've just had a walk around the venue thanks to yourself, and it's a fabulous venue with obviously a beautiful view in the background. But can you tell us a little bit about, I suppose you were set up back in 1999, and maybe a little bit about how this came to be and how it got set up?
Yeah, well, in 1999 there was no charities really able to facilitate rescued horses. So it was kind of set up out of a need for a facility dedicated to horses. So that's how it started. We rented various premises for a number of years, and we eventually bought this place with the help of a mortgage back in 2007. And as you see, we have fabulous facilities in terms of stabling, isolation boxes and turnout paddocks and grazing paddocks. So we're well set up, and I suppose over the years we've kind of become a specialist thoroughbred charity, if you like. So we would work with other charities and we would take thoroughbred horses from them because they're not necessarily set up to cope with them. So at the moment we've 74 on site at the moment. We normally have around 60, 65. We've a little bit over our normal at the moment because we took in 8 thoroughbreds about a month ago or 6 weeks ago, and so we're at full capacity at the moment, but it's a good time of year. We've grass and you know, it's a nice time of year for everybody.
And I suppose we're here from Galway Racecourse, and we're delighted to be getting involved with yourselves as a partnership with over the summer festival this year, and it's something we're really looking forward to. And I suppose what drew our attention to yourselves is you're largely based around the equine thoroughbred, and it's something obviously that's a huge part of our festival each year. We get so much joy out of the thoroughbred, so it's great to see a facility like that looks after them when they're in need, and I suppose retrains and rehomes them. So roughly, obviously you said, I think you've something like 60 or 70 acres here.
Yeah.
Would you have many thoroughbreds on site then at the moment, and maybe what's the process in terms of retraining those and rehoming those? Or
yeah, well, basically we've only about 20 or just under 20 that are not thoroughbreds. That's the currently situation here at the moment. We find that cobs and ponies are easier to home than thoroughbreds because obviously thoroughbreds horses need a more experienced owner and carer because they are a high maintenance animal. So they are more difficult to rehome in some cases, but we have a lot of very nice young thoroughbreds here at the moment. So most of those young ones will go out this year because they'll be broken in riding before the autumn, and that's when it's very easy to find good homes for them with good riders as well. So I mean, the ultimate aim for every horse that comes in here is that it's rehabilitated and ultimately rehomed. Younger stock tends to stay with us longer just because if they come in as a yearling, the chances are they're not going to have anybody wanting to adopt them until they're about 4. So there's sometimes a time factor involved in the younger horses. We do have some race horses here as well, who, unlike all the other rescued horses, were actually given to us to retrain and rehome as part of a retraining program that we run here for ex-race horses. So you'll see a few of those. There's one there being broken at the moment, and she's actually already booked for a home. Daisy is her name. She's a lovely little mare. We rescued her as a yearling, and she's now 4. So she's coming along very nicely. And
it's obviously a huge amount of work to, I suppose, retrain those horses, I would imagine, so that they're ready to go out to their new home. And we've met some of the team this morning, but you seem to have a fabulous team on site. They're committed to the to venue, volunteers here as well. But they really work hard every day, I would imagine.
I mean, the thing is, like, anyone who works with horses is doing it for the love of it. I mean, it's hard work, long hours, all weathers. But here it's even harder because you're dealing most cases with horses that have been very badly neglected or very badly treated, and that's hard to see, But I suppose the upside of that is that they get satisfaction in seeing the animal then when they bring it back to health, and particularly then when it goes out to home. Like, that's very rewarding for the staff. So I suppose that is their reward for all the hard work that they do, because they are fantastic, and we're very lucky to have the staff that we have. And
we're so lucky in the racing industry that we have a facility like yourselves and a team like that want to rehome and retrain horses and provide a better lifestyle when they're in need of it.
Yeah.
I know we're heading into the barn here,
Yeah.
And there's some stars in here as well as.
Yeah, well, there's one star anyway.
There's one star in here, which we'll get to in a minute. But you might talk us through some of the animals that are in here at the moment.
Okay, well, we start here. This is a little pony. Again, he's actually being broken at the moment to go out as a riding pony. We got him as basically a foal. He was rescued as a foal, and he's coming along very well. I think he's 4 now anyway, if not, he's 3 or 4. Then this is our celebrity horse. This is Sizing Europe.
Sizing Europe,
and,
so I think Sizing Europe was winner of the Queen Mother in Cheltenham in 2011.
Yeah.
And I think 6 grade 1s over fences as well. So how did you end up with such a star here? Or?
Well, he was going to have a showing career, but he is a quirky personality of a horse, you know, in that he doesn't like travelling, first of all. And so he was offered to us as a celebrity horse after we had Moscow Flyer here for years, and he was our celebrity horse and helped us with fundraising events and that kind of thing. And then Moscow Flyer got a chance to have a place at the National Stud. And even though everybody was quite sad about him going, we felt it was the best place for him because more people would get to see him. And he deserved it. He'd been helping us out for 10 years or so. So then Sizing Europe kind of came along to step into that role, if you like. So he is our one and only long-term horse here. And he gets photographed quite a lot, as you can imagine. And I mean, visitors love to see him as well. And,
I think you know, horses like that, Moscow Flyer and Sizing Europe, give us all so much joy watching them coming home on track. So it's amazing to see them here.
I thought he might come over and say hello to us. He might think, if he thought I had some food, he might.
Not having it today. It doesn't want to see the camera.
Come on over here and say hello. Good boy. Come on, Pella. Come on. Look. No. Oh, he might.
Hello. How are you?
There you go. He's a big fella, isn't he?
Yeah, he's huge. It's you know, and looks in great condition as well.
Yeah, sure. He's 20 now, I think.
Yeah. No, he looks well. So fabulous to see.
I know. He's a great old fella, and he looks after Comet across in the other stable here, who's a 2-year-old that is quite prone to having accidents. So they go out together every day, and he looks after him because he's just. When he was rescued, this guy, he was very weak, and he just seems to be very accident prone ever since.
Yeah.
So he goes out every day with with Sizing Europe, and Sizing
obviously,
looks after
you know,
him.
you see the barn here, obviously full with horses. You've 65, 70 in. It must be a huge cost to keep the operation running each year, is it?
Well, I mean, apart from staff costs, which is obviously the main cost, the biggest cost, the next one is feed, because, I mean, we go through about 1,000 or 1,200 bales of fodder a year, and the big bales. And on top of that, we use around about 1.5 pallets of feed every 10 days. So, I mean, that's a huge cost. The other cost then we have are veterinary and farrier. We don't, normally speaking, there wouldn't be that many veterinary fees because a lot of the horses we get, actually, other than the basic veterinary stuff, they only need care and food to help them to be rehabilitated. And then the farrier as well, we'd have, you know, farrier bills as well, dentist bills, but feed would be the biggest.
And I suppose it's obviously been a difficult couple of months in terms of COVID-19 and trying to raise funds, I would imagine, as well. Yeah,
it's very difficult because we can't run any fundraisers. And our main fundraising event last year, which is our Golf Classic, we had to cancel. And we don't even know for sure whether we can run it this year or not. We are going to, hopefully we'll run it, but we can't be certain yet.
And I think it's something, you know, even ourselves, we're probably you know, unaware maybe the facility, you know, in such detail, and it's until you come down here and you see the great work that you're doing and the effort that you put in with these horses. It's amazing. It's a privilege to be here. And you know, as I say, hopefully this year at the Summer Festival, I suppose that's what we're trying to do, is maybe reach out to the people that get so much joy out of these animals, to maybe help donate. We'll be setting up an I Donate page. And you know, we'll be doing as much promotion of the facility as we can to try and help give donations. And you know, as I say, I think, you know, we help out lots of charities, and this is one that we haven't looked at before in terms of, you know, these are the silent partner of what we do every day in, day out, and you know, they're central to our industry. And it's as I say, it's a pleasure to be here to see the work you do, and hopefully we can raise some funds to help you out this year then as well.
Yeah, and we're very grateful, you know, for your support. And and also to highlight the work we do, and hopefully more people will support that work then going forward. Please support the work we do here at the Irish Horse Welfare Trust by clicking on the link below.